Why foreclosures won't crush the housing market. Oh my goodness, Josh! Everyone else is talking about market chaos, man. Because that's all clickbait. Hey, buddy, look, there he is. Pablo, come here. And remember, when Pablo makes an appearance, you got to paw the like button. Good boy. It's so easy to say this is going to cause chaos, and everyone's look at him. It's just like, oh, don't you love that guy? Where's Kim Davis? Where's Kim Davis? No, that's just a piece of gum. So let's read this, and we'll take you for a walk. We'll do this real quick. All right. It's from a group called KCM. Not sure what KCM is actually. Some kind of real estate marketing firm. All right. So with the strength of the current housing market, growing every day, more Americans return to work. A faster than expected recovery in the housing sector is already well underway. Regardless, many are asking the question, will we see a wave of foreclosures as a result of the current crisis? And everyone on YouTube saying, yes, we're all going to go and freaking live in the trailer parks or freaking or Amazon boxes. According to Black Knight Inc., the number of those in active forbearance has been leveling off over the last month. That in of itself, that doesn't mean the negative Nellies won't be right. It just says, look, the forbearances are leveling off. Black Knight also notes that the original 4 million families granted forbearance, only 2.5 million of those homeowners got an extension. Many homeowners have once again started to pay their mortgages and paid off their homes or never went delinquent in the first place. All right, so again, many homeowners have once again started to pay their mortgages if they did go to forbearance. Many have paid off their home or never went delinquent on their payments in the first place, like me, and I imagine most of you too. They may have applied for forbearance out of precaution, but never fully acted on it. In fact, look at this. Forbearance extended, 2.5 million. Removed while performing, 1.2 million. Expired while delinquent, 200,000, and paid mortgage off. So of the 4.2 million families granted forbearance, this is what happened upon the expiration of the plan. So 1.2 would just, they stopped. 180,000 paid it off, and then 200,000 expired while they're still delinquent. 2.5 million still extended the forbearance. The housing market and homeowners, therefore, are in much better position than many think. Much of that has to do with the fact that today's homeowners have more equity than most realize. According to John Burns Consulting, about 42% of homes are owned free and clear. Oh my goodness, that is 42% of homes are owned free and clear. I can't imagine what that's got to feel like. Meaning they're not tied to a mortgage. Of the remaining 58%, the average homeowner has $177,000 equity. I hate the average. I don't care. I just don't care what the average is. I need to know the median. The number is keeping with many homeowners afloat today and giving them options to avoid foreclosure. I hate the average, man. ATUM Data Solutions indicates that there's a potential for the number of foreclosures to increase. It is important to understand why they won't rock the housing market this time around. The United States faces a possible foreclosure surge over the coming months that could more than double the number of households threatened with eviction for not paying their mortgage. That may sound massive, but it's actually much smaller than it seems. Today's actual quarterly active foreclosure number is 74,000. Hold on just a second, Pablo. Today's active foreclosure number is about 75,000. That's over 7.5 times lower than the number of foreclosures the country saw at the peak of the 2009 housing crisis. So think about it. The active foreclosure is 75,000. And these guys are saying the United States faces a possible foreclosure surge over the coming months that could more than double the number of households threatened with eviction for not paying their mortgage. That's 150,000. And on the top of the housing crisis, we had 566,000 in foreclosure. 1999, we had 136,000 in foreclosure. It's clear that even if the number of quarterly foreclosures doubles, it's a possibility, not even a given, that will only reach, historically speaking, a normalized range. Right about there. If even that, jeez. Far below than what ended up the housing market roughly 10 years ago. That's nuts, man. That's even if it quadruples, that's 400,000, right? No, 300,000. That's still going to be, right here, not anywhere near what it was in 2009. Equity is growing, jobs are returning, the economy is slowly recovering. So the perfect storm for a wave of foreclosures is not realistically in the housing market forecast. A chief economist says, alone, economic hardship and a lack of equity are each necessary but not sufficient to trigger a foreclosure. It is only when both conditions exist that foreclosures become a likely outcome. Homeowners today have many more options to avoid foreclosure, and equity is surely helping keep many afloat. Even if today's rate of foreclosure doubles, it will still only hit a mark that is more in line with historically normalized range. A very good sign for homeowners in the housing market. Um, that's a great way to put it, man. But you hear these numbers like, there's a doubling in foreclosures. We're all going to go die, bankrupt, And you're like, well, the foreclosures are way lower than historic norms right now. And that might be because of forbearance. I get all that. But at the end of the day, that even if the foreclosures were to double or even triple, we're still not. I mean, even if they tripled, we're at just a little bit more than 1999. And you can't say that the freaking real estate values dropped in 2000. They certainly did. What do you think about that, Pablo? Anything to say? Here's the mic. And give Pablo the mic. What do you say, buddy? Anyway, so stop worrying. All right, we'll see you guys. Love to hear your comments.